Greetings. Oh, I don't know if I did it before. Okay. Yeah, this is what I look like when I go to those parks. Yeah, I'm just all over the dirt and everything. So, all right, let's see how this goes. How energy is. I do a short channeling of portals and gatekeepers. All right, we'll just leave this open for anybody positive to come through. Okay, I got an energy here. So much love to you all. Blessings. Greetings. I am J Rod. Portals and gatekeepers. There is much to tell. Much of your portals are of a Palladian creation. Many of here on your Earth, though we're already here, but ours are manufactured, as you can tell. Your stargates, some of those were originated on your Earth, some of those are of our energies, and some are also of human creation that is man made. In your ancient times, during your Egyptian period, now is listed here, those are not to be tampered with, any of them. But some of you are aware of how to open them, which is fine, but it'd be good for you to know what you're getting into. Because of a loss of life is a possibility, depending if you know what you're doing or not. And who's coming in and who's going out. So it's good to be responsible when you create these portals. And you know who you are. It is a great responsibility. Many at this time are Palladian energies connecting to you. Ah, yes. I'm a Zeta, if you're wondering. I forgot to mention who I was. But for the most part, be responsible around these portals. Treat them like a friend, a good friend. They can turn on you, if not tampered with right. If you tamper with them at all, it's best not to tamper with them at all. Because they can take you places that you do not belong if you walk into one. Mostly you will not. Some have. But we're aware, not always, of where they're heading. There are individuals that trespass and end up places that are uncomfortable to them. We will leave you with that. It is best to be delicate with these things. The gatekeepers mostly are Palladian at this time, but not all. Your Anunnaki is very known to create them out of nowhere. They're in your skies, they're on your ground, they're underground, depending on where we are. We create them, but we're not going to go into that. That's for why we create them. As for your direction in life, though, the more positive you are, the better these portals will treat you. Because if you do not have fear, you have nothing to fear when you enter them. Many have fear when they enter them. It brings in a negativity, meaning a being of negativity would most likely be attracted to you. Not always, but as a possibility. So it's best to be careful with them. Many, yes, Nordics are involved with the portals, mostly keeping them closed, but not all. Some are open for good reason. Some are closed because they have to be closed. Your stargates on your world, for the most part, are shut down, but we can't go into that. What we can go into is that there are many wars for the possession of these stargates. But as your Earth goes into a knowing of itself, we do see many of you tampering with them. You already are, but you don't know what you're doing for the most part. As you go into a higher vibration, we do see many of you tampering because of curiosity, which is normal. Which is fine, actually. We know what we're doing. You might not, but we do. But that will be sometime in your future. Right now, most of them are heavily guarded. You might not see it, but they're there. Okay, most likely you don't see it, for good reason. Many portals go to your moon, but also to other worlds and parts of your planet that you're not aware of, that are inhabited, actually, where I will not go into at this time. Some are used for time travel, depending on what your business is there. Let's put it that way. There's many Martian colonies that are connected to this world. This is all information we can give you. And many portals are underwater. There's many of those. But of course, those are a little bit tougher to get acquainted with. As I am aware of at this time, your Bermuda Triangle has been turned off for the moment. As far as I can tell at this time, it caused much ruckus during its activation. I do not see it on at this moment, but I could be mistaken. But I believe it has been turned off. That is a portal that is connected to your Atlantis energies, and it was on for me. I will not go into details of why it was on to begin with, because that is not a good time for that at this time. Some of you will be able to connect with it. I'll leave you with that. It is not of importance. But you do see many portals on your desert areas where we can come and go. Those are different type of portals. There are several different types for ships, and some are there for your wormholes. They're not called that, but you might be familiar with them. When it takes you go into, you end up in another place. Now your Bermuda Triangle does have one of these, but it's not affecting. There's two kinds there. The one for the ships are not affecting you at this time, far as I know. And there was another one activated, which I won't go into. But there are also those portals, those stargates for individual pass-throughs for travel. But that is not of any importance. But those are the ones that are closed mostly at this time. Our Zeta family sends you love, but also an understanding of our differences with you at this time. We are constantly trying to blend in, but it's not impossible, but we are working on solutions so we are better understood by your society. Realize we are alien, and so are you to us. Yes, you are our science project, but in many ways we are yours. At this time, I am, yes, above your Earth, monitoring with others. There are 6 of us here on ship, monitoring your atmosphere at this moment. And other things, of course, the monuments of your world. I'll just leave it with that. But there is much ET movement always here, but we cannot always go into details. But we do have other messages for you, but not now. But there are many portals are opening up to give you access to data that you're not used to having. Certain technologies will be brought into your known existence, meaning many of your children will have a knowledge of creating certain technologies where your elites cannot control, meaning they can't control the delivery of them to your world. They can try to monetize it for their well-being, but we can tell you this: they will not see it coming, and they will not see it as a very significant to them, as it enters your Earth as a no big deal, and then expands out to being a big deal, but in a good way. That is all we can say at this time. There's many things going on like that. We will leave you be now. Blessings from the Zetas. We are listening, but so are you. You just might not remember it, though. Blessings. Blessings.